Okay. I figured
Better?
it out.
You did. Well,
Well, I just
mean,
muted the tab.
the music already ended, so.
Well, doesn't matter anymore.
Hi there, everybody. How you doing today? Welcome to
Hello.
back in the great land of old Japan. I mean, America. A man will rise. A man will rise and become a legendary defense attorney and have epic music play in the background. Anyway, my brother and I are playing Ace Attorney because we're going to hold off on Soma for a little bit, and other plans seem to really fall through because of misunderstandings on my part. All my bad. So, yeah, that's also why we're late. So, I really need to make that bingo sheet.
Oh my god, it's so quiet. It's either on full blast or off.
It be that
Also,
way sometimes.
This is gonna be very interesting considering it's like you don't use your mouse at all.
Why not?
So, because all of the controls are done through the keyboard controls, and I can change it, but it's like here, I'll just show you. It's
oh wait.
WASD, arrow keys, HNBM, and space ZRTEQ.
Well, considering
Like,
that this is built off of a, like, I want to say DS game, I'm a little surprised about the no mouse portion of it.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean,
Hey, would you look at that? I'm live.
You're live. I'm live. I breathe.
And we do breathe, indeed.
What
We
Ace
all
Attorney
breathe together.
games have I played? I've played
Starting.
most of them. I think I've played just about all of them. Though the problem here is not what I've played, as much as what do I have retained from what I played. Though I'm not entirely certain that I played the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. I played Phoenix Wright side of the stories, but not the other guy. What was his name? Apollo, I think it was.
I have no idea. I played none of them. Well, I played Professor Layton's crossover, but that's it. So we're gonna just do new game.
Too. Oh man, the Professor Layton crossover one. That one's so good.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence.
Cursor. I see your cursor.
Nation.
Woo! Oh, woo!
Guys,
Look at that one. Look at that one.
It's the
Oh god,
flying.
I'm getting
Oh no! The flying cursor. Hi, Bangan. Apollo Justice. Yeah, I don't think I've played Apollo Justice.
Ah!
Oh, he just got startled from a firework. It's okay.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era.
Oh, I was about to say, they're not going to show it, are they?
Extraordinary story.
This is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where I guess we're playing
as an departure.
I guess we're playing as an ancient school detective.
Sure.
Attorney? I don't know. It's 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature Defendants, Antechamber 5. Antechamber?
Antechamber, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Boop.
Boop.
I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan? What was that, Flash? Waiting to decide my fate. In orange. Hi.
Hi. What?
The bailiff. Oh, no, nothing.
Save your glares, murderer!
Sorry.
No emotion, my gosh.
My name is Rinosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, waiting my trial. Oh, it's an actual 3D model. Oh, that's creepier. That's enough! He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer.
And who are you?
I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Oh god, I'm myself and my lawyer.
Wait a second. Your lawyer has perpetual wind animation.
That's how you know he's a good guy.
That's how you know he's a cool good guy. Lawyer.
Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue, or I will slice you in half with this katana I just happen to have on me.
Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet.
And why do you have a sword? And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Nice burn. Right, Rinosuke? Oh! Yes, of course. Sorry.
Just smack! Bam! Boom!
Oh my god, he's an idiot. What are you apologizing for? Oh, No, I suppose that wasn't my fault. You've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? No way! Oh, I totally murdered that. I mean, of course not! You have to believe me, I didn't do it! I could never murder someone! Kazuma! There's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Rinosuke. Because I murdered him. I mean,
What?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Kazuma Asogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He has sideways wind constantly blowing next to him. Oh, excuse me, it's not that impressive. Well, I didn't read that. I didn't do the thing.
It's not that impressive.
The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. You said exactly this. Oh, you said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly.
You ain't never
3
had a
days
friend
ago.
like me.
Yes, that's when all this started. I like how I'm just. I just like can imagine that halfway through, I'm talking to him, and then I just turn to like a side, like whose line is it anyways? Noir film style. And then this all started 3 days ago. Why are you talking to yourself?
Yeah, right.
Oh, now it's drawn. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and success in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple, like some sort of wind that magically constantly flows across his body. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing, with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire, I wish you could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow. No, see you in English class tomorrow then, partner. It was 3 days later I murdered my professor. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Oh, it wasn't even 3 days. Understood? Back to my wind blowing. Asogi, may I have a word? Uh-oh, I can't tell. Oh, who said it?
It was you.
Professor, I didn't know you were coming.
Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers.
No! To His Excellency's chambers? Why?
He was looking for you before. The before times. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result.
Who is this man? Feels though I've seen him at university before. I see. I'll go at once then.
I shall accompany you.
Alright then, Inosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma.
Well, I do like the 3D models with the added animation that they give.
Yeah. This is awkward.
If I may.
No. Yes? Sorry.
You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Yujin Mikotoba. Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Mikotoba!
Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad.
Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know.
Know what?
Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain.
Here, sir, here's your coffee.
However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again.
Le gasp. What?
As I suspected. You were unaware of this.
Indeed.
I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you.
Talk so slow. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing?
The administration has to choose from a large list is airtight proof of innocence. Okay?
Huh? But I have irrefutable proof. That doesn't make any sense. I didn't do it, I swear. I'm not a murderer.
I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless.
The court laws are the court laws. 3 days or you're dead. I'm sorry.
That's pretty much it. I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task.
Apparently, even if I do that, that's not enough.
You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's... Yes, peculiarities about today's trial.
I'm sorry? What do you mean? And don't tell me that I have 3 days to live, otherwise... Huh.
You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway.
But... then what should I do?
Well, tuck your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Naturally, I'm going to suggest doing anything... I'm not going out there. You hear me? Out there is going to be pretty tough, even for me. I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction.
Right. So...
as soon as the trial starts...
you're fucked.
The judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else.
Oh, no.
You must say, I do. You see, you're getting married.
I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusation? Do you accept the accusations brought before you?
Of course not. Defendant!
Flashbang out!
Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. Granted, that should have been a little more militant sounding, not as gruff, but whatever. It would seem our
Surreptitious discussions are to be cut short.
So allow me to summarize. I use big words. Kazuma Sogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
Smile.
Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway.
This is it. This is my one chance. If this trial goes badly, I lose everything.
Stop staring.
I go back to jail. I can't go back to jail.
I don't want to go.
I can't go back.
See this.
Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I gotta go to jail if I'll be found guilty of murder.
The worst thing to be put into jail for.
Manslaughter. With absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on the unforgettable trial. We slowly get closer to my one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny.
Oh, God.
Egad.
Yeah, I just realized in the tabletop setting, I'll be going to court too.
Yes, but there I'm the judge.
22nd November, 9 o'clock a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Courtroom 2.
Oh my God, I didn't realize I was such a crackhead. Oh my God, those eyes though.
Those eyes.
Oh my God.
You are standing at
attention.
Anime court, guilty before proven innocent. Wait, that's just actual Japanese court. Wait, this is America.
Wait.
Well, no, this is feudal Japan. That's what it said.
Yeah, this is before any modern Western culture was brought over. So yeah, this guilty.
I guess
Supreme.
It's probably.
Oh, it's Kazuma.
Wow.
The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery.
What's wrong with
Lots of military and other uniforms in there.
I mean, fair.
The powers that have... Oh, flashbang. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time. But for now... You need to concentrate, Rinosuke. It's about to begin. Oh my. The court will now hear the trial of Rinosuke Naruhodo.
Naruhodo.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
Oh god, it's the glasses guy that's in every beginning Ace Attorney.
As is the defense. Oops, that was the judge's voice. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confer. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of an advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedures for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Oh, while I in a noir film. This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do... I need to answer quickly. What should I do?
do we?
God!
Do we want to risk? Do we
Wait.
want to risk the guy? Do we want to do it ourselves? Oh no!
I don't know the implications. What does answering I do mean? Am I getting
Doesn't
married?
that mean that I'm gonna be representing myself? Or you're gonna be representing yourself?
Oh wait. Oh, it's spacebar. Oh. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate. Oh!
Yes. Why are you looking around like that?
What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that Rinosuke Naruto will be defending myself.
Well, you know what they say about
What?
What?
What are you playing at, Rinosuke? Professor Mikitoba told me... Oh, that's me. Professor Mikitoba told me everything, just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. No, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes.
What?
I knew that's how you'd feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikitoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Huh? Oh! Yes, exactly! Exactly what I wasn't thinking! I'm not covered at all! In fact, my mind's a complete blank!
The classic.
I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Huh. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
Oh. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judiciary of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Good God. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes! Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But, wait. I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it again? Rinosuke. You dumbass, did you forget the name?
Stand up straight.
Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You fool! You absolute buffoon! You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that! It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of E. Now's not the time for memes!
E.
If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press E for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now, Cosmo, Jesus. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now, try switching to people instead with E. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press Z to go back. John H. Wilson, the victim of the case. He was visiting professor of medicine at Yume University from the British Empire. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Okay. Found in the court. Crap. Now,
Found nothing.
You'd better not keep his excellency waiting any longer. Go on.
Answer the question.
Find the victim in the people section of the court record. Don't ignore that. And then press Z to R to present. R. Yes. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Well, at least we can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yume University 3 years ago. Indeed. Which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution while marauding around, that provides your education. Have you no honor?
Objection. But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly.
Peculiarities. The
Peculiarities. Jesus. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible.
That's why you have 3 days.
All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. Or was he? But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference from me here.
Hold on. Is this the explanation for the World of Phoenix Wright and the Ace Attorneys as to really why all trials are 3 days long? Because an Englishman ended up dying and that set the precedent?
I don't know, but okay. I was wondering when the camera was going to stop zooming in.
I was very curious about the zoom.
The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. The British Empire. Wow. It's incredible to think...
It's incredible to think, just in general.
I should go and say hello. Is it?
Audio's fine. Screen is not.
Uh-oh.
Oh, damn. Let's see.
So I went over to the professor's table, and I shot him. I mean,
And then I missed.
I missed. Got a popsicle.
What's going on with my stream?
Is
I'm
it? Looking up my own stream to see if it's off.
It's just a little behind. No, it's going on my end. It's going on my end.
Yeah, mine's still up. Yep, mine's caught up too.
Yeah, mine's caught up. Okay, works now. Maybe it was when we just paused for that brief moment. A lot of my...
Oh, maybe. And introduce myself to Dr. Rinosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence.
Assertion.
Assertion. Thank you. Sorry, I just have a funny way of saying that word.
The assertion.
By evidence? But how?
By ascertaining yourself.
Find the piece of evidence that that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. I am a student! Collar pin! Post-mortem report. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. was caused by loss of blood from the gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body, though. Or... Yes! Yes! Well... according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to a gunshot trauma.
Who learned to read, you imbecile? That's the post-mortem report, I take it?
Sorry. Yes, that's right. The post-mortem report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy.
To make sure that
but here in Japan,
how they die.
A police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later, I understand completely.
Wait. Okay.
What's wrong?
So over
Yeah?
in England, they do a full-blown autopsy to make sure of all the reasons for the cause of death. Over here, yeah, we just kind of look at it and be like, oh, yeah, there's a hole.
He's got a hole in the front, no hole in the back,
Yeah,
and he's not breathing. I think he's dead.
I think he's
Why?
dead due to a
The
bullet.
hole. Bullet, I guess. I heard a bang. Witnesses say there was a bang. Looks like a gunshot. Smells like a gunshot. I guess it was a gunshot.
Must have been.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. I don't really know what it's called, but this is just so-called photographic.
Bro, learn to read. Come on now.
You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion.
Uh-huh.
In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, that was what I was actually about to say. That residue there would indicate that it wasn't shot from far away to hit the victim in the chest.
It's true, however, it could also mean a lot of other things, but we'll get into that later. Thank you,
Yeah.
counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the courtroom. Into the record, sorry. It's already here in the courtroom. I don't know why I said that. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. I also didn't read that at all. Nope. Nope. E, people. E. No. This. Photographic print that shows the victim. He was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died. Okay. Z. Back. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Oh,
It's amazing.
very well. I'm satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
He's the most powerful character in the fighting game. Good times, that game.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. The defendant.
This is it, then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikatoba? Yes. Clearly, you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah! Of course! When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first.
It's a good point.
I know, yeah, right? Oh, hello, dignified gentleman.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
I wonder if the witness is the killer. That's very possible. Of course. My name is Sarato Hasanaga. I am the head waiter at the Western-style restaurant called La Carnival.
And he's dying. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, Click.
It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
Well, it really, really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern corridor was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. The grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants. In
Occidental
eatery. These days, 3 days ago.
I've never heard of Occidental. I was thinking it was supposed to say accidental, but it's like, no, that says eatery at the end. Is that, what the heck is that?
That's a good word. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about... Wait, what? It is Hosonaga. It's not me? No, I'm someone else. You will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
No, perspiring, maybe, but aspiring?
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few dinners at the time of day.
Objection! Oh.
The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
Okay. That fits in with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in the place.
It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery.
Ah!
A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Excuse?
Yes!
Hold on! Let me just... Oh! Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him!
Objection!
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw you, amateur.
Of what he saw, you amateur.
Wait, he saw you, amateur.
But... God, this is the most having to deal with newbies. The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo. That's who I am. Don't worry, Rinosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
What happened?
What do you mean?
The screen got all pixelated for some reason.
Well, it's your turn to read.
Alright. If I may confirm 1 point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today.
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
Yes.
No.
But, what?
There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Huh?
That
Wait,
wasn't the
what did he just
stream.
say?
Yeah, that was not the stream messing up. That was, well, my feed.
There was no one else around that table. What's the matter, Rinosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table.
Hi, Diamond Fox.
Really? Hey, how's it going? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do?
Interject.
Yeah. Because I have evidence.
Yes!
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Dear me,
Dear me.
Oh, right.
I'm the annoying lawyer, okay?
You just take forever to answer.
It takes a little while for the stream to reach me.
Okay.
Dear me. What are we going to do with you?
It's like you start reading just as the words are appearing on my end. It's just like,
No.
With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw. Osanaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy?
No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I wonder if
I don't believe it.
Killer.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it
good.
was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to.
Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. This doesn't prove that.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter.
Thank you, sir. That doesn't prove that.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well.
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court office at once.
Of course. Here you are.
What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been added to the court record.
Look at the back. Look at the back. Look at the back. Look at the back of the business card.
Well, I will.
So,
Oh.
the court has now heard a precise... Precise of the case?
Yes.
You know, I've heard of these words. I've never seen these words
them.
before.
Yeah. I know. And you're not the only one on some of them. Some of them are a bit above my vocabulary range as well. And I've probably said them before too, but
Welcome
I know
to Ace
some of
Attorney,
these.
a game that's rated T for teen.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it's for college and above graduate level people apparently.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to know what's being said.
If you haven't passed the bar exam, you don't know what's happening.
Hey, the future court also accepted the idea that a man with a broken neck would write a dying message. So it also accepted the testimony of I think it was a parrot.
A ghost.
No, a parrot. The testimony of a parrot, and I think it also accepted the testimony of a dolphin. Yeah, the future court's weird.
Okay, anyway, yes. At the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here.
Why am I stuck?
Defendant Naruhodo, are you stuck?
I'm a little... I don't understand. Why am I stuck?
What?
I'm not hopping up and down.
You are on my end.
You hop up and down. I'm not. I'm just stuck in the hi, how you doing pose.
Oh, not on my end. On my end, you're hopping up and down, and now you're not.
Huh.
Yes, Your Excellency?
What the heck?
If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment.
I call this...
I call this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
What do you think I should do, Cosmo? What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikotoba's said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
Fixed it.
As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself?
What? Of course not.
The battle hasn't even begun yet, Rinosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is.
Edgeworth, is that you at that point? Your ancestor?
Indeed. Prosecution Aochi, please continue with proceedings.
Oh, God.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
Oh my God. Be careful, sir. Don't run with that edge you have. Ugh. That was so cringy.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever.
Objection! He's making blatant threats to me. Can we arrest this man?
I'm just stating the future. The prosecution calls its next witnesses multiple.
At what? Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. Back to back.
All at once.
Oh my God, they did.
By the way, ouchie. Okay, ouchie is pronounced ouchie. Yeah, figured.
Ouchie.
Yeah, it's like the beginning of our last name. A-U. Ow.
Yep.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Did my stream die?
I don't know.
okay,
Did
good.
it? Okay.
Whoa. Yes, sir. The great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Ieyasu Nosa reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employ as the purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorences of our nation, Nippon.
Effervescent. Nippon.
Effervescent. And to conduct my trade from Rasute. Our humble premise is in the 2nd District, Kyorio Kurakota, at your service. My name is pretty hard to pronounce, you see.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question. Always post-noon. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. This thing is quite... What is that?
I can't understand a word that old man is saying. He's an antique dealer. And it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident.
Question, can I do this right now?
Apparently you can.
Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir! It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who fired, sir!
Did I just hear a baby laugh? What?
This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said.
Yeah.
So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. I'm gonna just look coy away. Alright. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well? Are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
Always.
Cat got your tongue? Are you feeling a little guilty now? You want to give up? I know you want to give up.
Stop it. Stop staring at me like that with your smolder. I'm feeling so
if
uncomfortable.
I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Enough of that.
Got a bit weird.
Get a room, you two.
Wait, how did the
now, the
stream
court
get
will
weird?
hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir.
Baby?
What the hell was that?
Behind him.
Ready to report, sir.
Bro, behind him. Look what he's wearing.
Oh, interesting. Oh.
Unsavory memories of the most acrobic afternoon.
I just love the fact you got this guy.
Yes.
Witness testimony. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Huh, weird. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a peculiarity fine...
Particularly.
Peculiarity fine
Particularly.
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 Golden curio of the military gentleman.
to the military gentleman. God, learn to read!
Who are you?
Oh my God,
That's
this
weird.
woman.
15,
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. Wah! I mean, I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
What? I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Alright, well, I already see a contradiction.
Oh. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. The wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and Is that a knife? Where did that come from?
Why do you got a knife in the courtroom, sir?
Isn't that not allowed? Whatever. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. I have a knife.
What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad daylight of day.
Broad light.
Don't question
But this is
it.
ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
What the heck happened to the wording? What?
What?
It was like a censor bar on the word didn't.
What?
It like
I don't know.
overpixelated on the stream over to me.
Oh, interesting. Is that really true, Rinosuke? Did it give you a censor bar? I'm giving you that sexy eyes. Yes. All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant, when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Huh? I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bang!
I didn't shoot anyone.
Well,
the gun fired off in my hand by itself.
I just magically entered onto the guy's chest. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
Is there?
There is? Yeah. Rinosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Hurry! You have no time! Cross-examine? Oh God, what does that mean? Do it now! What? How?
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Huh?
Certainly. The testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige. Come on, Alex. Oh my God. Of doubt.
Vestige.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that word. That's a word. Of doubt.
Vestige.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that word. That's a word I do know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What? Why are you raising your hand?
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? The defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it? How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. You can't just object for the waste of time. The defendant obviously
can.
has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
By asking questions.
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is evidence. Why'd you stutter like that? Ignore that. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now, let's go, Rinosuke. Don't let them beat you. All right, then. It's all or nothing. That was the wettest slap I've ever heard. Bro?
Yes?
Oh, okay, you're still here. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion. Well, we all know where it is, right?
Oh, it's extolling the virtues, but fine.
Particularly fine golden curio.
I don't care what you have to say.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the Englishman civilian from the back. That cowardly weasel. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of mysteriously found purchase curio. Okay. So cute.
Yes.
So this black uniformed university cadet, you're saying that was? Arr! I've had just about enough of your sauce, cadet. Who else do you see around here in a black uniform, Well, there's someone standing right next to me who fits the description as well, but... It was you, you little weasel! You unloaded the firearm on that man, from behind his back! And you call yourself a citizen of the great empire of Nippon! You disgust me!
Wait a minute. Hold a second.
Is this a butterfly?
What's going on?
What is it, Rinosuke? I'm not quite sure. It's something that the sergeant just said, but I can't put my finger on it. Something's playing on my mind.
It's the fact that he keeps saying he was shot from behind. That's the problem. How many times
do you see where the tree is?
It's behind you. It's right next to you.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Where? In that case, check back over the details of the evidence you've gathered in the court record. And if you find an inconsistency there with what the witness just said, then don't hold back. Present the evidence to the court. Thrust it in the witness's face and make him choke on it. Really just all the way down. Do not even question where it's going to end up. Just
gulp that
force.
mango. Punch. My curio.
He's got a smoke trail and everything.
Huh?
Oh. What? What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this what? Subordination? Do they mean insubordination?
No, subordination.
What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print in my moustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes, there's a clear inconsistency here.
What nonsense! What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
Man, this game is so great already. They make a character that you want to punch in the mouth so hard that he loses all of his teeth, and they do it so well.
Yeah, he's always the first tutorial judge. Judge. Judge.
I want to punch him in the mouth.
Attorney.
This is so frustrating.
I want to punch you in the mouth.
Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. Spell it out would be an insult to the court.
That's how I punch out your teeth.
Just like this. Kazuma? What?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Just wait until you meet
Sergeant
Von Karma.
Iosa
Oh,
Nosa. Yes, sir. Yes, what, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. And from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Yes!
But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah! Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it?
I just realized one thing that...
Oh, God!
Oh, God.
Oh, well, where is he pushing that back in? What the heck was that?
The amount of force, I could feel that from the animation. Just...
What was that? Something just popped out from behind his back and he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable.
The old man just vibrating in the corner of the screen.
He's vibing. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak. Sir!
What?
The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iosa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Inconsistencies, yeah. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about.
And that's what it's all about.
But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there. He was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either.
Myself? I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure.
Treasure?
Indeed! The Hawaii Arab Koban! My prized coin!
Go!
On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my
habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop.